Can you imagine a global tennis star sharing a private moment with a member of the British royal family? Well, that's exactly what has set social media on fire, an unexpected image of Carlos Alcaraz with Kate Middleton. And no, we're not just talking about a trophy presentation. After the Wimbledon 2025 final, an unauthorized photo began to circulate, showing Alcaraz and the Princess of Wales in a scene that raised many eyebrows. What were they doing together outside of official protocol? Join us as we uncover the story behind the photo everyone is talking about. Carlos Alcaraz has become one of the most recognized faces in global sports, not only for his talent but also for his elegance and charisma. In the 2025 Wimbledon final, although he didn't take home the title, he captured global attention for his exemplary behavior. One of the most talked about moments was when he respectfully bowed before Kate Middleton during the ceremony. That simple gesture was enough for millions to consider him a moral champion. The real surprise came afterward when unofficial images started circulating, showing Carlos and Kate having a private conversation, away from the event's cameras. The now viral photograph seems to capture a moment of complicity and smiles between the two, sparking all kinds of rumors. The British press, known for its royal curiosity, was quick to publish theories about the closeness shown by Alcaraz and the princess behind the scenes. According to eyewitnesses, the scene took place in one of the areas reserved for high-level guests, right after the award ceremony. Although it has not been confirmed what was said between them, it's clear the conversation was pleasant and lasted longer than a typical formal greeting. Some claim Kate personally congratulated Carlos on his performance and exemplary sportsmanship, highlighting that his demeanor moved the royal family. What has surprised many is the relaxed tone perceived in the leaked image. It's not common to see the Princess of Wales so at ease in public, much less in the company of a foreign sports figure. This spontaneous chemistry between them has generated a flood of social media comments, with users even creating memes and imaginary theories about a secret friendship between the two. In reality, Alcaraz and Middleton have no known history of prior meetings, which makes the moment even more enigmatic. Social media is divided between those who believe it was a simple extended courtesy and those who insist there was a genuine connection beyond protocol. What is certain is that the image has caused a stir in the UK, where royal protocol is no small matter. While many try to unravel the context of the image, Alcaraz has chosen to stay silent, making no public statements on the situation. His silence has only deepened the mystery, and British media continue to seek an official reaction from Kensington Palace. For now, the only certainty is that the unexpected photo has already become a historic moment of the tournament. Kate Middleton's presence at Wimbledon has always been iconic. As the royal patron of the All England Club, she attends every year, but each time manages to surprise with her connection to the players. This year, her appearance with her family and her role in the ceremony reinforced the image of an approachable princess, but it was that moment with Carlos that redefined the narrative. Some royal experts note that it's rare for Kate to spend so much time in private conversation with an athlete outside her usual circle. Another detail that has captured public attention is the body language between the two. In the viral image, there's a relaxed atmosphere, Kate smiling, Alcaraz slightly leaning toward her as a sign of attention and trust. The photograph, leaked by a tournament staffer, shows an unexpected and genuine connection. While nothing suggests a relationship beyond courtesy, many have noted that it captures two public figures in a moment of spontaneous affinity. Carlos, for his part, has shown an emotional maturity that transcends sport. His gratitude to King Felipe VI for attending the final was another highlight of the day. In his words, pride and humility were evident. These kinds of gestures have earned Alcaraz respect not only from tennis fans but also from high-profile figures like the British royal family. It's this combination of humility, talent, and charisma that makes him an irresistible figure for the media. What's most interesting is how this image has transcended sport and entered British pop culture. Morning talk shows, gossip magazines, and even royal columnists have weighed in on the Alcaraz-Middleton moment, elevating what could have been a simple greeting into a viral event. The spontaneity of the moment has prompted even non-tennis fans to comment on the photo. Of course, Kensington Palace has not issued any statement, as is customary with anything outside protocol. However, this lack of response has only fueled curiosity. Many believe that if the image had been inappropriate, it would have been swiftly censored. On the contrary, the image continues to circulate freely, which many interpret as a tacit sign of approval. Ultimately, the scene has helped reinforce the image of Carlos Alcaraz as more than just an athlete, as a public figure capable of connecting with different worlds, from royalty to younger fans. His spontaneity, combined with his respect, has made him one of the most beloved figures of Wimbledon 2025, even if the trophy wasn't his this time. Although he didn't win the championship, Carlos Alcaraz may have achieved something even more difficult: the hearts of the British public and the silent recognition of royalty. His interaction with Kate Middleton has become a symbol of mutual respect and has left an image that, beyond tennis, represents the connection between cultures, generations, and values. This episode confirms that sometimes, the most memorable moments don't happen on the court but in the hallways, in sincere glances, and in spontaneous gestures. The image of Carlos and Kate will be remembered not for what it says, but for what it suggests: elegance, respect, and the magic of the unexpected. Will Carlos Alcaraz withdraw from the US Open mixed doubles before it even starts? The highly anticipated appearance of the Spanish tennis star alongside Emma Raducanu has caused a buzz on social media, but voices within the circuit are casting doubt on whether the event will truly feature its biggest stars. Is it a real tournament? Or just a marketing stunt? The format, timing, and rules of the new mixed tournament are sparking debate. While fans are excited, experts like coach Barry Flucher are offering harsh criticism, focusing on what might be nothing more than a flashy spectacle. Will the stars really play? Carlos Alcaraz and Emma Raducanu were announced as one of the star pairs in the new US Open mixed tournament, scheduled for August 19th to 20th, just before the official start of the Grand Slam. The news thrilled tennis fans, as it brings together two of the sport's most popular young talents. However, that excitement may be short-lived. According to coach Barry Flucher, the whole thing might be nothing more than a promotional show, with no guarantees that the top names will actually compete. Barry Flucher, coach of recent Wimbledon men's doubles champion Julian Cash, heavily criticized the event's organization. He claimed the lineup featuring stars like Alcaraz, Raducanu, Djokovic, and Sinner was created purely to generate buzz. According to him, there is no contractual obligation ensuring their real presence on court. This statement ignited controversy and further fueled doubts about whether we'll truly see the stars participate or whether they'll pull out before even stepping on the court. Alcaraz, for his part, is coming off an extremely intense season, with multiple titles and a considerable physical workload. The young Spaniard has remained a dominant force in both Grand Slam tournaments and ATP events. For a player with clear ambitions in the US Open singles draw, participating in a mixed event with an experimental format could be an unnecessary risk. This further supports theories of a strategic withdrawal to protect his body and focus on what really matters. The new mixed tournament features a format entirely different from traditional tennis: sets to 4 games, no ad scoring, and a 10-point super tiebreak if a third set is needed. Additionally, it will be played in the US Open's top stadiums, Arthur Ashe and Louis Armstrong, and offers $1 million to the winning pair. While that might sound tempting, for top players, money isn't always the main incentive, especially just days before one of the year's most important events. Flucher's criticism also focuses on the event's approach, which he calls an exhibition disguised as a competition. According to him, this was a golden opportunity to organize a serious mixed tournament, with clear rules and real sporting goals. However, he claims the organizers prioritized entertainment, leaving behind the seriousness that could have elevated the format. In his words, what we'll see is more of a star-studded showcase than a true high-level tournament. Doubts about the participation of Alcaraz, Raducanu, and other stars are creating a climate of uncertainty. The ATP and US Open organizers have not confirmed whether there is any formal commitment from the announced players. So far, there's only a published list, no official statements confirming their actual presence. All of this suggests the hype may be part of a promotional strategy to sell tickets and attract audiences ahead of the main event. The tournament's timing doesn't help dispel concerns either. It will take place just days before the US Open main draw begins, a Grand Slam that demands peak physical and mental condition. Playing in a side event right before could impact player preparation, increase the risk of injury, or simply be an unnecessary distraction. For elite players like Alcaraz or Djokovic, these considerations carry much more weight than possible spectacle. Emma Raducanu, meanwhile, has had a season marked by ups and downs and injuries, so her inclusion in this tournament also raises questions. While she has expressed a desire to return to top form, risking play in an experimental event with unusual rules and an intense pace could hinder her recovery. Her name, along with Alcaraz's, was key in drawing media attention, but neither she nor her team have publicly confirmed that they will play for certain. Flucher warns that many of the announced pairs will likely never take the court. In his words, they've already fulfilled their main role, grabbing public and media attention. He even suggested that some withdrawals may already be planned but will be announced at the last minute to avoid affecting the event's promotion. This tactic isn't new in the sports world, where high-profile names are often used as bait even if their participation was never truly guaranteed. The format has also been a source of controversy. By limiting sets to 4 games and eliminating advantage scoring, the traditional rhythm and dynamics of tennis are significantly altered. While this aims to make matches faster and more entertaining, it completely changes how strategies are planned. Some experts see it as a good way to attract new audiences, but others consider it a disrespect to the original competitive format of tennis. Among the 16 announced pairs, other interesting combinations stand out, such as Sinner with Emma Navarro and Novak Djokovic with Olga Danilovic. These duos combine talent and charisma, but they too are surrounded by uncertainty. Flucher insists that most of these stars will pull out before the tournament begins, whether for strategy, physical reasons, or simply a lack of real interest. If that happens, the event risks losing all relevance. Regardless of what happens, the US Open Mixed Tournament has already achieved one goal: generating conversation. But if the main stars don't play, many will feel disappointed. Tennis is in a transitional moment, looking for new ways to reach younger audiences without losing the sport's essence. The success or failure of this event could set the tone for future similar experiments in the professional circuit. The possible absence of Carlos Alcaraz from the new US Open Mixed Tournament has sparked major controversy. Coach Barry Flucher's statements, the proximity to the Grand Slam, and the unconventional format of the event all fuel suspicion that the promised spectacle may not come to fruition. The stars are on the poster, but will they actually be on the court? This experimental event aims to attract attention and open new doors within professional tennis, but its credibility depends on the actual participation of its biggest names. If Alcaraz, Raducanu, and company don't show up, the tournament may be exposed as just another advertising campaign rather than a legitimate competition.